my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and you can find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, don't forget you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, plus give me a thumbs up, and you can also leave a message down below, beep, 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 and you can share my videos with your family, your friends. Don't forget to ring the notification bell, and you can check out my playlist. Plus, you can find me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. Hello, beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight was. And Starlight is here because it's what I need to do today is to be inside, even though it's beautiful outside. And anyway, make sure you remember to let love guide you, not fear. I know there's a lot going on, and you're going to hear Starlight saying this because you know what? We all need reminders. No matter, you know what, we all need good reminders out there, you know, to keep us on track so, you know, things don't get worse, because it's so vitally important that you let love guide you and not fear. So anyway, I love you so much, and Starlight's gonna send love out to all of you, more love out to all of you, because I know, you know what, we all could use some extra love in our life right now because there's so much going on out in the world. So be mindful of how we treat each other out in public, no matter where you go, even your loved ones, you know. So anyway, I love you so much, and a big, huge thank you to all of you. And there's been people that have been watching my YouTube channel and videos before I even started my YouTube channel. How's that? So yes, there's somebody out there, actually more than one person, that was watching videos on my Facebook before I even started my YouTube channel. So thank you, and thank you to all of you who joined me after and who recently met me and subscribed to my YouTube channel and came to this family of, you know, here on my YouTube channel. So we all are brothers and sisters. So, well, maybe not all of us, I don't know, because sometimes I don't really believe we're all human out there. So anyway, I love you so much, and anyone that would like to send any love donations, you can on my YouTube channel through my Cash App, and I will have that information here. Ping, there it is. And so before I start this video for today, now today is really important, and I have to say, I don't even know what year it was, but there was a lot of people long time ago, I don't know, maybe it was around 2012, 2014, somewhere around there, where God, the universe, was getting people ready for these times way back then, you know, all around the world, you know. And so you know, there's people that are out there that are chosen ones, like Starlight's a chosen one, but that's not what this topic is about today, about the chosen ones out there. So there are people that God has chosen that they're going to be out there, out in the field and getting ready to, you know, to learn things, like going through training with the universe through God, the real God, not the, you know, the God of this world, you know, where a lot of people get confused. They think, you know, the God of this world is the God. No, that's the wrong God, believe me. And so anyway, that God was preparing these people and putting them through training to, you know, help people out in the world to get ready for these times. And Starlight's one of those people, but Starlight got, universe started working on Starlight, really, I would have to say around 2017, after COVID. COVID was my wake-up call. So actually it was, yeah, before, I'm not sure, I think it was 2019 when COVID. So yeah, right before COVID is when the universe started working on Starlight, and I've been working so hard on myself, and the universe has been getting Starlight ready for these times right now to help other people out. So a lot of people are out in the world all around, guys and women and men, that have been chosen to, because they've gone through stuff and they're out here somewhere, to help people who are going through stuff right now. So today's video is going to be about, you're going to be waking up to the truth out there in the world. So your eyes are going to be opened up to some things. And I'm going to let you know, when this starts happening to you, there's levels to this, of you being more aware of stuff, and a lot of people know this is that, with the water. Now, I'll show you really quick one. I wasn't planning on saying this, but this is what's come to my mind to do, is who knows what year, but I did make a video on this long time ago about, there's people that are awake. I've been, like waking up for years, and there's levels to that, waking up, just like when you wake up out of bed, people wake up at a different time, and so it takes time to wake up and start realizing your reality is not quite what you were told, what you believed your whole life, through the school system, the churches, the, society and all that, your family. And but long time ago, they put fluoride in your water, which it messes people up, so they don't, their third eye doesn't open up because of the fluoride. It messes with your pineal gland and your brain. And so Starlight uses Hello, for a toothpaste because it doesn't have fluoride in it. So it's so important, if you are drinking a lot of fluoride, that actually stops people from waking up. So then they end up just believing everything they were told. And so you might be one of those people that drink your faucet water, or even the public water outside and stuff like that. So you really got to be careful with that, because that's going to have your third eye closed, so you don't be aware of what's really going on. And there's other things that people do to actually bring awareness to them is, and I'm not telling you to go out and run out and do this, but marijuana, because Starlight used to smoke marijuana. Starlight doesn't smoke. I haven't smoked marijuana in a couple of years. I made a video when I was smoking marijuana, and then I made a video why did Starlight quit smoking marijuana? So, I put the positives and the negatives as my life experience of what I went through as far as marijuana. But marijuana has a way of wakening you up to get you to kind of tap into things to understand really the reality of this world. So I'm not telling you to go out and do that, but right now, because there's shifts going on in the planet, with when we have full moons and eclipses. We just had a portal, a 3/3 portal, that just happened on March 3rd. So that March 3rd was a very powerful day, and this is the year of the truth being revealed. And that's why, if you noticed, if you watch news, and Starlight doesn't watch the news, but I get stuff that comes on my device, because I'm interested in what's going on with Jim Carrey. How come he, like what's up? And because I was interested in Jim Carrey because Jim Carrey was waking up, and he was putting, he didn't want to, he wants to let go of those old versions of himself. And that's what anybody that is a light worker, or chosen one, because it's the same, two different names, star seeds, light workers, and indigos, and all these different names out there, that there's people all around the world that are here to help people, to help them through this process that they're going through right now, to get them ready. And it's not a very easy thing to do, because everybody is in different backgrounds, and they've gone through different things, and their belief systems are different. But God uses all these people out there to help you out, just like what Starlight is out here doing. So I'm making this video, like I made a video about yesterday, is about be careful what you believe, like salt and sugar, they look the same, so we could fall for a lot of lies. And I'm not going to explain the whole video, so if you didn't check that video out, you're going to really want to check that out. It's really important to really keep on top of things right now as far as what's going on in the world. And like I said in the video yesterday, is don't believe all the shit you hear on the media. So you got to be wise. And like I mentioned in the video yesterday is, there's a lot of SpongeBobs out there. And you're probably wondering, what, Starlight? Yeah, there's a lot of SpongeBobs. And I don't want to say just SpongeBobs because that means a boy. But even there's like, let me see. Sponge girls, There's a lot of SpongeBobs out there, and a lot of I really don't know anything about SpongeBob, so but it's not about the SpongeBob character, just sponges, period. It's about sponges where people just, just sit like a sponge and absorb everything, taking it as 100% the truth. And this is a big, huge problem with what's going on right now because people have been programmed from, going to high school, going to school, that's the control system, a program that they set up, these people that are running the world, which is an entity out there that is controlling everything. We're not fighting against flesh and blood. I'm going to repeat that. We're not fighting against flesh and blood, but there's people out there that will get mad at people like President Trump and other people that they think are in control of the world. And really, Trump is just a puppet, and there's strings, that you might not be able to see that are controlling him and getting him to do and say what he's doing and saying. So don't get mad at him. If anything, if we're going to make any change in the world, we can't act like those people, We got to be the opposite. We got to reverse things by sending love to those people and praying to those people. If you want to help, that's the best thing you could do is pray for those people that God would work on their heart. Not the God of this world, but the real God, So right now is truth is coming out. And, because the veil is being open, and that's why a lot of the Hollywood stars, a lot of things are being revealed. A lot of, even this has been going on for years, but now, more truth is coming out and more things are coming together, the investigation on a lot of things with the Einstein files right now. And so it's not just happening, guys and girls, with the Hollywood stars, I'll tell you what, there was a time that the universe was doing some stuff in my life where if I was hiding something, God was going to bring that out and let other people be aware, because like full moons and all these things and these portals are going to help people to really see the truth. It's like the curtain is just slowly opening up, and you start peeking, they say peeking like, doing a drug, you can peek, like if you're doing LSD, which Starlight did that a long time ago, where, you start peeking, things start like revealing, and it's just like, kind of like the way you would wean off of things, but this is just it, you're just, things slowly appear to you, and, the illusion start, this is an illusion, but it's like things got revealed in your life, and I laugh because it's messed up. You might be being aware of things with your family that you never knew, your whole life. So get ready. I'm letting you know, get ready for some shockers out there with things being revealed. People can't hide this stuff anymore because like with these full moons and eclipses, there's a lot goes on with the full moon as far as the planet, the tides in the ocean, the plants, the animals, and yes, you're going to go through shifts of changes, and you're going to be, more things are going to be revealed in your life as you go through these, different times of the months and seasons here. Each month has a new portal. Like this was the 3/3 portal for the month of March. Next month is going to be the 4/4 portal. And that's going to be something totally different. It's about letting go of things that no longer help you, letting go of old ways of thinking. So we're going to be letting go of things that we held so tight on, thinking that we needed that, but that's letting go of old versions, old thought patterns, old things, old ways of doing things. And so then at the same time, as you're letting go of things, you're going to be, the truth is going to be coming out. And, if you're not being honest right now, guess what? If you're doing something that's, sometimes I hear things out in public and I wonder what's going on, but it's none of my business. It's like sometimes people, they tell all their business out in public and you can't help but hear everything going on. So if there's things going on in your family, like deceitfulness and people hiding stuff about you, and maybe if you're dating someone, or and they're cheating on you, or they got some secrets, don't be surprised. I'll tell you what, put your seatbelt on, because I'll tell you what is it, you are going for a ride. You are gonna go for a ride, and it's mind-blowing. These kind of things could get you really upset when you find out your family. You're going to find out things about your family, or even your friends, or maybe at work or on the news. Truth is going to be coming out, and it might not happen right now, but it could happen next month, or it could happen 3 months from now. So the things that we used to think we can hide is no longer going to be hidden. So you really is a great time to let that get right with these things, or these people, or stop doing what, if you're doing something that is wrong, you're going to want to, stop doing that. So the truth is going to come out, and you might have to let go of people that you really trusted and you believed. I was overhearing yesterday in this library. I didn't really know what was going on. Is a lady came in here, and I was like, oh my, what's going on with her? I was at the computer minding my own business, but when she came in, I was like, what's going on with her? She sounded horrible. It sounded like, I thought maybe she was out in the sun too long. Maybe she was dehydrated. So I was like, man, I just can't handle this. I gotta do something to help her out. I don't know her. So as time went by, I did go and give her some water. I'm like, hey, do you need some water? And she, I almost thought she was gonna pass out or something. And so I was concerned about her, and she was like, money, she's, find out she was intoxicated. She was having a hangover, she was drunk. That's what's going on. I realized that I've been around enough drunks in my life. After a while, I realized, oh my, she's not dehydrated. She's got a buzz, and it's kicking her in the ass right now. And she happens to be in the library at the time. But you know what? She was saying a lot on the phone. This is the time, if you're gonna, this goes on. When I was hearing her conversation, on the phone, and you couldn't help it. It was all over in this place. There's people out there, they got people, loved ones, families, that have money. They got lots of money, right? But they're not good at math. So what do? They have family members. They trust their family members or a relative, to help them out with their money. These are kind of things that are going to get revealed. There's people out there that could be, hey, they don't know any better. They think that they could trust me, and I'm going to handle their money, and not even know, these people could be taking money out of their accounts, because this lady was calling the bank and getting mad at the bank. Well, what if it's not the bank? These are things that I was overhearing, and I was like, oh man, she's like, I should have this kind of money in the bank. And I'm not saying this is what was going on, but man, because that shit does happen. I have an uncle that, he wanted me to help him out because he trusted me. He wasn't good with money, handling money. He would get so much a month. And if you just gave him all that money, he would blow it really quick. He wasn't good at handling money. There's a lot of people, but he trusted me that he wanted me to do that. But I had enough on my plate, That's a big responsibility, I wasn't willing to go up to the plate to take that, I had my own children, and I had my own stuff going on in my life. So these are the kind of things that could be revealed, any kind of thing. So get ready for things to kind of get revealed in your own life, not just the stuff going on in Hollywood stuff, because I'll tell you what, that was going on in my, on this journey with me. I was like, holy shit, things that you never knew, your whole life, things, it could be something from the past that you never could figure out what the blank is going on with some family member, and it could have been something long time ago, things that your whole life you were like, what is, so things, get prepared for knowing the truth in your own reality, your family, your friends, you might have to let people go. You might have some hard times with family members thinking, I trusted you. I can't believe all this time, it was a secret, So you got to get prepared, because I'll tell you what, things were hitting me left and right with different people in my life, like going on this journey. And I was like, I never told anybody these things. I'm like, I never knew that, because see, with my family, I want peace with my family. I want them to get along. So there's information I know about every single family member. And Starlight's that good girl that keeps her big mouth shut and doesn't tell anybody about it. So I withhold information that, but I know, like, other family members, they would love to know the information, but no, I'm withholding it because I don't want to say anything. It's going to cause a problem, So there's times like that with our family or even friends, that somebody might know something that you've been wanting to know your whole life, and it could slip. These are times when people can't hide those things anymore. And so anyway, I love you so much. Just get ready emotionally, get ready for anything as far as like truth being revealed to you in any which form. It could be at work, it could be anything. So I'm just emotionally preparing you to be prepared that things could happen like that on this journey here, or even in life. It could be something, so the pieces are going to start forming in your life, pieces that, missing pieces. You could even there might be missing pieces in your life that you never, and it could be, you went and did something. This is how this happens, is when you let go of fear, and when you get out of your comfort zone, you go and try new things. When you listen to what, there's a lot of videos I make, and if you do those things, just because you went and tried something new today, just because you went and got out of your comfort zone, bam, that could open up something that you've been wanting to know your whole life. And God will, bing, there you go. You've been wanting to know this. Well, now I'm going to give it to you, because you're listening and you're getting out of your comfort zone, because that's when things are going to start happening, things that you really wanted to know and you just never could figure it out. So I love you so much. This is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight. Love, light, and peace. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, plus give me a thumbs up, and you can leave me a message down below, beep, beep, beep. Plus, you could share my videos with your family or friends, and don't forget the notification bell, and check out my playlist. And you can also find me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. Thank you for watching. This is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight. Love, light, and peace.